I actually quite like that effect anyway. Okay, I'm going to get on with this page now. Okay, I used a bit of water on that one. Alright, because I want that to be sort of toned down a bit, 'cause it's a very bright green up to the rest of the book. So I'm just going to just do my first layer. Just tone that down a bit. Okay. And then I might need to dry that off, which I will do. And then we can carry on with that layer. Here we go, so that's toned down that lovely. Yep, so I'm going to use a bit of me special stuff now. Sparingly. Okay, and I want that over here because it's just so shiny. It creates just such a lovely effect. You might not be able to see it on camera. I don't know. I hope you can see it right. Okay. Just add in a bit of contrast. Okay, that's why I put that bit dark there. I needed a bit more depth. Yeah, I'm no, you know, honestly, I am no artist whatsoever. My paint theory knowledge is only from hairdressing. That's all. I've not, you know, what I've learnt about painting, you know, this sort of thing, mixed media, it's all through YouTube, all on the internet. So, you know, I haven't studied it or anything like that. It's just that I enjoy it, I play, and I find out, you know, what works, what doesn't work. And sometimes what will work one day doesn't work another day. You know, that's art. So that's my knowledge of it, really. Right, see where I've got a bit of wet paint. Gesso there on the top. I will just pick a little bit of paint up, or you do it with Inkoft anyway. Sometimes I do that as well. Just go along there. Actually, again, I don't really mind that. I'm just gonna just put it a little bit wishy-washy there. So I'm just gonna add a bit to there, maybe a little bit green. Okay, and then I'm going to rub this off, okay? There. So we blend those colours out a bit. We've got a nice fingerprint there. I need to get rid of that. I'll have to go a bit darker for that. There, one here. A lot of these pages get covered up anyway, but it's good practice, you know, for you to do this. So, right, there those done. They're done. All right, and when they're dry, I'll do the other side, okay? Because I'll go through again to see what needs doing. All right, but I'll just let them dry while I carry on. Back to our Tim Holtz. I think yeah, that is Tim Holtz. I'm sure it is. That's one of his papers, and that's one of his what do you call it, packaging, which I peeled off so it's not so thick. All right, which I love. So I do this with a load of packaging. I'll gesso it and sand it down, and then, you know, put things over it and just leave it. And then when I sort of want to do a bit of art, they're there, you know. Got quite a few of them done actually. Right. So here we need to add this colour here, as we've been doing. A bit of green. And I'm going over the whole thing. There's enough green. Because I think this will look nice sanded back once we've gone over it. Turn it around just to save it all going one way. Do we want a bit of yellow? Yeah, let's do a bit of yellowish. A bit contaminated because I haven't cleaned my brush, but I don't mind. It goes a bit khaki then, like a khaki green. Guess what I'm going to do with this, actually? I'm going, you know, like I'm going to paint right over it. Okay, and when it's dry, I'm going to sand it back, and then I'm going to put the gold stuff that I use over it to pick up all that raised area. I think that's going to look really nice. Oh, we had a lorry stuck here yesterday because I live in a very narrow street. It's literally just enough room for one car to get through, and very tall buildings each side, Victorian buildings. Anyway, their sat navs brought them down, and they, you know, it just say as you enter the village, not suitable for large lorries and stuff and caravans. And it got wedged between two buildings yesterday. That's about a third this week, though. Oh, dear. I think this one made the news, I think, the TV. I don't know. But I feel sorry for the lorry drivers, actually. Especially if they're new to the area. I think, oh, no. And they're quite young. It's, oh, poor. At least they usually have someone with them, but when they don't, it takes them, they have to back. Gosh, I don't know, about a mile up the road before they can get out. Yeah, so it's quite daunting, really, for them. Right. Yeah, I like that. So I'm not going to worry too much about how that looks in there because I want to sand that down. I just want a bit of dark up there somewhere. Okay, I'm getting finger marks everywhere, but that's all right. Let's have a look. Yep, like that. So now we've got to do this one, give it a bit of a wash. So I want it diluted a little bit. Oh, I might be going across you there. I'll go that way and then you can see. you see what I've done there? Just brought bits back. Okay, and I must have had a bit of, you know, in some areas here I had a stroke or something, or not so much matte medium on, and it's picked up a different colour. But again, it's great. All right, I like it. Okay, right, we need to, this is that page, isn't it? So, right, we need a little bit more of that bright green down there. Okay, a tiny bit of black on that page, and I quite like the way that's looking. Let's give a bit of contrast there. So I'm going to carry on with that up there. And in this corner here it's a bit faded. Now just get a smaller brush because I want to blend that out. Okay, right, because they're opposite pages, I'm definitely going to use a little bit of black. So up here. And down here. Okay, I'm happy with that. Next do, like I say, I will edit some of this out because it works out about 8 minutes per page. So where I'm not talking, you might find that I edit it out. Okay. Right, it's green up here. What with this one, I'm actually going to add some water in a minute, okay, to that. Blend it out. I'm just playing because it's well protected, this one. Okay. Let's get a bigger brush for this. And then I'm going to rub some away and go over it again until that happens. Okay. Yep. But I need, you know, a bit more depth because this is its first layer, isn't it? I quite like that. It's a bit too white up there. I was laughing because someone was laughing. It's quite loud, wasn't it? Lovely laugh, but I always laugh when people laugh. It's nice. Right, we need to dry that really because it's wet enough, and I need to just add a bit more darker tones in some of those areas in there, but it's very similar, so I'll just dry it off. Here we go. Let's have a look. I think just a bit darker here, just to tone it down, but to add a bit of dark depth like this one, yeah? Again, that's playing with your colours. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, as you know me. Oh dear. I've done some really nice work, well, years ago, done some nice things, and I literally just carried on, didn't know when to stop, and I've ended up, and it looked awful. And I never took pictures of what it looked like before, and I thought, that looked really nice before I added another colour. Or so I put that one away because I've got to do this side, so, and that one we haven't worked on, so I'll leave that to dry. Straightened everything up there. I don't know what was wrong with that. Went a bit wonky. Okay. All right then, let's have a look. Got quite a bit of pink going on, haven't we? Oh well. And this one's very wishy-washy too, so I have to change that. I'm going to dry that off a little bit, and then we can add some more colour. Right, let's add a bit more colour then. Okay, all right. Let's play around with this one a little bit more. It's definitely wishy-washy. warmer colour through here. Yeah, see what I'm doing now? I actually felt as though it was sticking out too much, that piece of paper. So I'm blending it out, and then I'm going to rub bits away. Okay. I just felt I don't know, just didn't like it. Okay. And that's why I like gel medium too. Because of that, I can do that. Okay, and what I feel is this has gone quite matte. That's a lovely warm page. And this is a bit matte. So I need to add some more of that sort of ready color, the ready colour that we've got here, which is a bit thick, which needs, yeah, see that colour is just so nice and warm. Okay. Just gonna get that off. Now I'm just gonna tiny bit of a wash and warm that up a bit. I actually feel that green is too green. So I'll warm everything up with a wash. And then rub it away again, alright? Oh, some of these pages, I'm not joking, when I done it last time, I thought, oh God, they looked awful. But you know, I left them, and after sort of like a couple of weeks, I went back to it, and I thought, actually, they look quite nice. Okay, that's better. And I feel that the pattern is actually integrated better into the page as well, but I need to clean one of those. Oh, cleanish. I mean, don't rub too hard when you're doing this. Okay, let me see what that looks like. I want to get rid of the finger marks. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Like that. So that's those done. I think, oh, I've got that one to do in a minute, but that's okay. Right, let's get on with the orange page. So what I'm going to do to mix that colour, I'm going to mix a bit of the red and the yellow to get a sort of orangey colour going along here. Yeah. Need to cut those threads off, really. Come off anyway. Just had a slow worm in here. My daughter come to the rescue. I really don't like them. Wasps and slow worms. Going over that. You can see the texture of that watercolour paper now, can't you? Okay. Right, what I found when putting the paint over there, it's gone very dark, where it doesn't do that when you've got gesso on it. So the gesso does seal it a bit. So I'm going to get some gesso and play around with that because I'm not sure about it. So let's see. I think it's going to go too dark. So this is what I did do on the other one. So okay, dry that off. Right, let's see what happens now. Okay, I picked up a bit of that dirty colour there, but that's all right. Just got to work it in. Excuse me a minute. There you go. Right, the light is coming in, so I need to hold things up now to see what it's like. Okay, right. We need something else on here, because this isn't integrated that brilliantly here. I quite like the way that's looking now. There's loads of nice texture on there. Might have a bit more yellow, just sort of over there actually. So I'll just clean my brush. I'm gonna just put a bit more yellow on top of that. I quite like that. And another bit there. Maybe there. Yeah, that's it. So that yellow now is corresponding with this here. But I'm not sort of keen on, it's not integrated so much there. Whereas, so let's get rid of some of those edges. I can't see very well actually, so the light shining on the paper. I've got to hold it up a bit, I'm afraid. And this again will look nice with gold over the top. Yeah, so I'm going to use a little tiny bit of black. Actually, I'm going to dry first. Okay. If I remember rightly, this was in the other one, this was the page I ended up not liking at all with that fabric. Well, not in the end actually, while I was doing it. And then I decided that it grew on me after it settled down. Oh, stopped a bit there. Now it's just dry brushing, okay, across that area. Lovely. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, it's quite dark, but we shall see what happens a bit later on when it's dry. All right, I think I've got another one to do there, so I'm going to dry this one off. I'll leave that one to dry because that one's done. All right.